Excellent. So just by a quick poll of the room, how many would say that it was easiest to identify those moments in which we put our masks on versus talking about the strength that we bring to the world? How many would say it was easier to talk about our mask? All right, a few people. I would say that it's typically, for me, easier to talk about that. How many would say it was easier to talk about your strengths? What you can really bring to the group? Excellent. Good job. All right, so how many, just another quick poll, how many have ever read Marcus Buckingham's Put Your Strengths to Work book? Okay, just a few. It's definitely it's a bestseller. I would definitely encourage you guys to read it. His last name is Buckingham, Marcus Buckingham. It's a book that really, the title is Put Your Strengths to Work. It's a book that frankly changed the way that I approached community organizing, from my role in Pittsburgh to my role at Capital One. And what I learned from it was a strengths-based approach. In other words, whether you're working with an individual who's down on their luck, to start first by asking them, what is the strength that you bring to the world? In other words, what is it that you're really talented at? What is it that makes you unique? What is it that you often hear people calling out about what you do that's different from what everyone else does? From a community standpoint, you know, in community organizing, if you volunteered in any community, really, a lot of times when you go to town hall meetings or community meetings, the first thing you hear often in the first 20, 30 minutes of an agenda is all the things that are wrong, all the things that are falling apart about a particular neighborhood or an organization or a group. And what I've learned is that my voice can carry a different weight in those conversations if at a certain point I raise my hand and I simply ask, what is the strength of this neighborhood? What is it that this organization does better than anybody else? What is it that you as a leader are doing that makes you stand out and that is different? And in community organizing, the way that I realized that that had a powerful influence was in communities where people are down on their luck and they're struggling to make connections and find resources and pull their lives together, when you start first with the question of what is it that you are strong at, what is it that you bring to the table that no one else has, it changes the dynamic of how that person engages. Because they're starting first with a sense of dignity. And so when you think about that self-reflection point, it's about what we all want. Whether we admit it or not, we want to be dignified. We want to show up and be respected. We want people to call out, either in formal ways or informal ways, what we do great. We want people to notice us. Just like the kids in the classroom want somebody to notice them, just like all of us, when we show up and we do a great job, we want to be recognized for that great job, regardless of what it is. And just like when we're at home and we do something great for our kids or for our spouse or partner, we want to be recognized for what we just went out of our way to do. And the reason is because those things just further build our strength in relationships and enable us to set ourselves up for the second component of today's talk, which is about connecting with people.